Now it's time to fight some of the worst enemies in the game. Let's see, do any of them see me? Yep, he sees me. Oh jeez. These guys can attack from out of nowhere. Oh hey. Bone Wheel Shield. Awesome. These guys attack from out of nowhere. And they can, when they hit you, they'll hit you like 20 times in a row. See, watch. See how many times it's hitting my shield? Ah, need a little bit of concentration for these guys. There we go. I think that's all of them. Most people will just come in here and trigger all 5 at the same time. They're able to do enough stamina damage to break through your guard. No, Black Knight. You are not going to do anything to me. Black Knight, Great Axe, and some White Titanite. Sweet. Now, because the blacksmith was a bit of a shortcut, I've kind of got to go through here and pick up a few things that I'm missing. No lantern? Well, that's a shame. The lantern can be exchanged to a certain NPC for a ring that makes you sort of transparent. The effect of that is that monsters don't notice you at as long a range anymore. And in PvP, people can't target you as far away. So if you go through things normally, out here is the area that we've been in for the past several minutes. And right over here, let's see, one of these. Right over here is a Titanite demon. You know, I really have not killed enough of these guys. And I've had them kill me a few times. I think it's about time that I kill one of these guys. The best technique I've found is circling around on the side that doesn't have a leg. As you can see, a lot of the swings... Oh. A lot of his swings miss you if you're on that side. I've got to heal. If you're wondering, I'm not doing this for the item he's protecting. The item is completely useless to me. It is for the Gravekeeper faction. You know, I just realized I'm wasting time while I'm vulnerable to PvP. I had heard this was a bit more active a place. Oh. Let's get my health up. Come on. There we go. Oh, good, I've got his weapon. And some Demon Titanite. Eye of Death. So what the hell is an Eye of Death for? I'm glad you asked. And this is one of the weirdest factions. Nestle in Coffin. Sure, that sounds like a good idea. Let's just lay in this coffin for a while. In the middle of nowhere. With a bunch of undead. What could possibly go wrong? Well, actually, nothing does go wrong. But something very weird happens. There it goes. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Oh jeez. Coffin, it's the only way to travel. So many of the factions in this game are completely hidden. There's no way to find them without knowing that something's gonna happen when you get in the coffin, or checking every coffin. That is Nito, the Lord of the Dead. He just hangs out in a coffin. There's a smaller coffin nearby. I'm not sure who uses that coffin. So, here you have the option to enter the Covenant of the Gravelords, which I do not want to be part of. Partially because it'll increase the frequency with which people invade me, and also because it never works. What you do is you use an Eye of Death, and that invades 3 random worlds of other players, putting really difficult monsters in their world. And they have to search that world for your summon sign, and then they invade your world in order to kill you and remove the monsters from their world. But most people don't know how it works, so they see the really hard monsters, they get confused, they don't know what to do, and no one ever invades you. So the Gravelord faction is basically a faction where you use an item and then nothing happens. Most of the time. Let's drop down here. What's this? Oh. Soul of the Proud Knight. I really thought I was going to get 2 lamps somehow. Now you can fall from way up there where we were onto that first ledge and then drop down onto the second ledge and get that item. I think it's just the cleric starting gear. Everyone can find everyone else's gear, and that's where the cleric gear is. There's also a paladin you can summon for the boss up here. But this boss is really the biggest pushover in the entire game. I mean, if you could get through all the necromancers and the skeletons, you could probably beat this guy as the first thing that you do in the game. Ooh, creepy, scary. So, when you beat this guy, he drops one of the 3 masks. There might be a way to get him to drop a particular mask. I don't know what it is. I think one of them increases your equip load, one of them increases your stamina regeneration, but I don't like to wear them simply because I don't like how they look. Rite of Kindling. That is an amazing thing to get. So currently, oh, there's the... Alright, we got Mask of the Father. See? Now I look like... Let's get a better look. Now I look like a frickin' idiot. What does it even do? Slightly raises equipment load. I think it raises it by 5%. Not huge. And I really don't need the 5%. Now this is the area where you need to use the skull. First we're going to go over here because I think there's a soul pickup. Also, this is the way you would go if you wanted to go backwards. Yeah, Soul of a Proud Knight. There's a helmet you can get that basically works as a lantern, but that'll set you back 30 humanity, and I don't have that right now, and I don't have a good way to really farm it. Well, I guess I could do that in the depths. So, we have a completely dark area that needs you to hold a lantern in order to see. What else could we possibly do to screw you over? Ah, yes! Add giant skeleton monsters that you really need a shield to fight. Come on, come over here, buddy. Come over here. Now I've got a bit more room over here. Ugh, only 82 damage? These guys have a lot of damage resistance. They do try to help you a little bit by putting some of these little shiny things here. But still, it is a serious pain to go through here. Sliding down the... You slide down these coffins into new areas that have a bunch of guys. But I'm going to do it a slightly different way, because I've been through here hundreds of times. As you see, there's a ledge over there. most people would miss it. And actually I'm going to use a prism stone. Let's equip that. I bet you wondered what these things were when I bought them. Well, this is their basic use. Well, this and one other thing. There's an area with a bunch of invisible platforms, and you can throw these things to mark the platform. Alright, so now that I've got the area marked, switch to my shield, run and jump! Oops, that did not go as well as hoped. Well, I still made it onto this platform. But I've got Chuckles chasing me, and an arrow the size of a spear through my ass. Oh great, he's at the save point. I guess I'll kill him, or die horribly trying and regret everything. Get away from my bonfire. It's possible I could just click on the bonfire really quick and reset, but I've gone far enough that I don't want to risk that. Excellent.